All right, let's go. Time to take a deep dive into the career of, well, I guess you could say a legend, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton to unpack here.
There is.
So we've got some excerpts about his career, like his whole trajectory,
Right.
and a news snippet about how he might be influencing some transfers over at Al-Nassr, his current club.
Interesting.
So get ready for some pretty crazy stats. I mean, this guy is a record breaker.
He is.
And maybe even some transfer gossip.
Ooh, fun.
So let's start with the basics, right? I mean, we all know Ronaldo's played for a bunch of different teams.
Yeah.
But it's pretty crazy when you actually list them all out.
It is.
So starting from the beginning, he started at Sporting CP in Portugal.
Right. Hometown club.
Exactly. Then, boom, Manchester United.
Yeah.
Then Real Madrid.
Conquered Spain.
Then Juventus.
No.
Back to Manchester.
Oh, I too.
And now he's at Al-Nassr in Saudi Arabia.
That's a lot of movie. I mean, for a top tier player, you don't really see that.
No, you don't. And it's not like he was just bouncing around,
Right.
like a journeyman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy was like the star player at every single stop.
And that's what's, I think, so remarkable. I mean, to be able to maintain that level of play in so many different environments.
Totally.
With different teammates, different styles of play.
It's nuts.
It really is.
Okay, so let's talk about the trophies, shall we?
Let's do it.
Because, I mean, we could be here all day.
Yeah.
This guy has won 33 major titles.
That's a lot of silverware.
33? That's like a whole trophy room. Not just a cabinet. I mean, we're talking 7 league titles.
Wow.
5 Champions League titles.
Oh, yeah.
The Euros with Portugal.
Historic win, that.
Yeah, in 2016. I mean, come on.
And it's not just about winning, right?
Yeah.
It's about that level of sustained success, adaptability. I mean, what a career.
Let's rewind for a second to those Euros. Because actually, I remember watching that final.
Oh, yeah?
And he got injured, right?
Early on.
Yeah, pretty early on. But even on the sidelines, like the way he was motivating his teammates, it was like having like another coach out there.
Absolutely.
You could just feel his leadership.
Yeah, and I think people forget, it's easy to get caught up in Ronaldo, the goal scorer.
Oh, yeah.
The flashy plays. But there's so much more to his impact than that. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He elevates the players around him.
Totally. Okay, but we can't talk about Ronaldo without talking about the records. I mean, the guy's a walking, talking record book.
Yes.
Right. Like most Champions League appearances, goals, assists.
Yeah.
Even he's got the most international goals and appearances for a male player ever. I mean, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around all of it.
It is, but I think, if you look at all of those, they're really a testament to his drive and his consistency.
Yeah.
To be that good for that long and to just keep breaking records, I mean.
It's insane.
It's almost superhuman. Like, for younger players, he's this mythical figure to try and catch up to.
And then there's, of course, the Messi rivalry.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it feels like that's defined like a whole generation of football.
It has. It absolutely has. And it's been incredible to watch. 5 Ballon d'Ors for Ronaldo, 3 times a runner-up, mainly to Messi, yeah.
Right.
It's been this incredible back and forth. And honestly, I think they've both pushed each other to be even better because of it.
Yeah, I think so too. And for people who aren't super familiar with football, the Ballon d'Or, it's kind of it's like the Oscars for football.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, the best player in the world each year.
Yeah.
And for these two to dominate it for so long, it's pretty amazing.
It's incredible, no doubt about it. They've set a standard that, honestly, I don't know if anyone else will be able to reach.
Totally. And speaking of standards, let's talk about Ronaldo's influence over at Al-Nassr.
Yeah.
Because we've got this news snippet about how he might be taking a bigger role in their transfer activity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like using his pull to bring in some big names. And I think that's it kind of speaks to a bigger trend, right?
It does.
Where top players are becoming like influencers and able to shape the direction of their clubs.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're not just assets on the pitch anymore.
Exactly. They're almost like
I'm an
brand ambassadors.
Yeah, brand ambassadors, yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of power.
And the report specifically mentions Casemiro.
Oh, wow.
Who's currently at Manchester United.
Right.
As a potential target. And, I mean, getting a guy like that, I mean, that would be a huge coup for Al-Nassr.
Oh, yeah. A real statement signing. And by the way, a coup in the football world, it basically just means a big win in the transfer market.
Yeah.
An unexpected one, usually.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, signing someone like Casemiro, a world-class midfielder, that would send a message about Al-Nassr's ambitions.
Oh, for sure.
Not just in Saudi Arabia, but, maybe even on a continental level.
And if Ronaldo's influence is what helps make that happen, it's a whole new dimension to his legacy.
It really is. So where do we go from here? I mean, what does the future hold for Cristiano Ronaldo? I mean, the guy is
39.
39.
Yeah.
And he's still playing at an incredibly high level.
He is. It's remarkable. But you do have to wonder how much longer he can keep going at this pace.
I mean, will he keep chasing individual records?
Possibly.
Will he focus on building something special at Al-Nassr?
Maybe.
Maybe try to attract more top players? Or a combination of both? I mean, who knows?
I don't know. It's going to be fascinating to watch it unfold. But one thing's for sure, I don't think we've seen the last of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Not even close. Okay, so we've talked about Ronaldo on the pitch, the goals, the trophies, the rivalries. But I think, it's important to talk about his impact off the pitch, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this guy, he's become a global brand, a Saudi businessman, a philanthropist.
It's pretty incredible. There's a whole world of CR7 beyond just the goals and the assists,
It's true. And I think those records we were talking about earlier, they kind of hint at that marketing power, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's been the highest paid athlete in the world multiple times, according to Forbes, 2016, 2017, and even just recently, 2023 and 2024.
Yeah, it's not just football endorsements anymore.
Yeah.
We're talking a whole business empire. Clothing line, fragrance line. He even owns hotels.
It's crazy. I mean, remember when he became the first person to hit 1 billion followers across all the social media platforms?
Yeah. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Crazy numbers.
It's mind-boggling. It really shows you how he's connected with people,
Oh, yeah. I mean, worldwide, across languages, cultures. He's a global icon, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And he's used that influence for good, too, right?
Oh, sure.
I mean, I'm thinking about all the work he's done with Save the Children, donating to hospitals, even raising awareness for disaster relief after that earthquake in Nepal. I mean, it adds another, dimension to who he is.
Absolutely. Shows he's not just focused on his own success, right?
Yeah.
He understands the power of his platform, and he actually uses it to make a positive impact.
I mean, it makes you wonder, with all this going on, did the move to Al-Nassr, a league that's, let's be honest, not as competitive as Europe's top tiers,
Right.
did that have something to do with all of this, was it a strategic decision beyond just football?
It's an interesting question. Some people might say, at this point in his career, the offers from Saudi Arabia, they allow him to focus more on the business stuff.
Yeah.
Building his brand, expanding his business interests. Others might say, the guy's too competitive. He would never just step away from top-level football.
Totally.
We'll have to see how it plays out. But it definitely adds an interesting layer to his story.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Because you have this, fiercely competitive athlete, driven to win, driven to break records. Yeah. But you also have this savvy businessman,
Right.
global icon,
Right.
who's building a legacy that goes way beyond the pitch.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes him so fascinating to follow.
Yeah.
Because he's not just like a one-dimensional figure. He's complex, he's ambitious, and he's always pushing for more.
And it makes you think, what will his legacy be? Will it be the goals, the trophies, or will it be something more?
That's a great question. And honestly, I think it's a question we're going to be debating for a long time. But I think there's no doubt that Ronaldo's left an indelible mark on the world, both on the field and off.
I think so, too. Well said. Okay, so we're back. And I guess, it's time to wrap up this deep dive into, the career of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
It's been quite the journey.
It has.
I mean, we've seen how he's evolved as a player, all those incredible accomplishments, and how his influence, it goes way beyond just football.
Oh, for sure. I mean, from those early days at Sporting all the way to this new chapter at Al-Nassr, it's quite a story.
It really is. So, what do you think? What will be his defining legacy? Is it the records? Is it the trophies? Or is it this whole transformation into a global brand?
It's tough to say. I think it's going to be multifaceted, right?
Yeah.
You can't ignore the dominance on the field, the records, the Champions League titles, leading Portugal to the Euros.
Right.
Those are the things that cement your place as one of the all-time greats.
Yeah. He's really rewritten the record books. In terms of goal scoring, longevity at the top.
Yeah, but I think it's more than just the numbers, right?
Yeah.
It's the way he's inspired, I don't know how many young players,
Oh, yeah.
the dedication throughout his career, the way he uses his platform to give back.
And you can't forget that competitive spirit. I mean, the guy seems to thrive on challenges.
Yeah, he does.
Always pushing himself to be better, to do more. I mean, the move to Al-Nassr, some people see that as like a step down. But for him, it's another chance to prove himself, to build something new.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe he'll inspire a whole new generation of fans in Saudi Arabia and, the region. I mean, his influence, it's global.
It really is. Well, I think, it's safe to say that Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, his story, it's far from over.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll definitely be watching to see what he does next.
Absolutely. I mean, he's defied expectations his entire career.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he had a few more surprises up his sleeve.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, that's a wrap on our deep dive into Cristiano Ronaldo's career. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a few things. And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.